Hello and welcome to my 2017 winter series on fly tying and fly fishing. I'm Raj Kletke, and in this series I hope to share with you how I tie and fish my most commonly used flies. These are the flies that I catch most of my trout on. Obviously, the flies that have been successful for me are very dependent on where and when I fish, water and weather conditions, hatches or not, and how I want to fish that particular day, as well as many additional factors. But there is nothing unusual about my fishing. I'm a fairly normal intermediate fly fisherman. Over the past several years, I have been fortunate enough to fish in Wisconsin, which is my home state, Iowa, Arkansas, and Montana, but most of my fishing is on rivers and streams similar to what most fishermen have access to. I generally am not fishing lakes for trout. I usually walk the banks or wade fish, and I am definitely a recreational fisherman. I don't wade dangerous waters. I like to fish during reasonable weather and at reasonable time of day, although I will fish briefly into dark occasionally. I enjoy exploring and hiking to get off the beaten path, but most of my fishing is, like the majority of other fishermen, near river or stream access points. In other words, there's nothing magical about where or when or how I fish. I believe that for many of you, the flies we'll be tying and learning how to fish will be very useful and help you tie better flies and catch more trout on the rivers and streams you already fish. I do have to admit that I probably do have more interest in organisms that trout eat than many other intermediate fly fishermen. And I've done 2 series related to this aspect of fly fishing. But if you've followed these previous series that are on my channel, hopefully I've encouraged you to have this interest also. I fully believe the cliche that catching fish isn't as important as the experience on the water, and have used that excuse many times, particularly on days that I was skunked. But catching fish is the report card of my knowledge and skills. So yes, catching fish is important. My best days are when I've learned a new technique, a new presentation, a new pattern. In other words, have learned something new and caught trout that maybe I wouldn't have caught before. So let's get started. My goal in this series is to share with you some thoughts and knowledge that will help you catch more trout on your waters. We'll start by tying and fishing a fly pattern that has made a very significant difference for me. I'm Raj Kletke, and I'll see you soon.